Hey, happy Wednesday to you. We've hit the midweek, and I pray your week is going really well so far. And thanks so much for joining me for another edition of 5 Minutes with Phil. Now, today we're going to take a look at kind of an interesting scripture, okay? In fact, I want to jump right to it and then kind of explain things. And let's see what we might be able to unpack. I'm in 2 Kings, so we're in the Old Testament, okay? 2 Kings chapter 22, verses 1 and 2. Now, check this out. Here's what it says. Josiah was 8 years old when he became the king, and he reigned in Jerusalem 31 years. He did what was right in the eyes of the Lord. And he followed completely, this is what I underlined, he followed completely the ways of his ancestor David, not turning aside to the right or to the left. All right, let's give you some background here, okay? Josiah was the son of a very wicked king by the name of Manasseh, okay? And Manasseh was murdered, and Josiah ends up becoming the king of Judea at the age of 8. Stay with me now, okay? So, at the age of 8, he assumes this crazy position that no 8-year-old should have. And the part that I underlined was this. It says that he followed the ways of his ancestor David. Now, what's interesting about this is that Josiah, at his young age, and as he developed as a leader and as a person, Josiah had to actually go back several generations in his ancestry to imitate David. In fact, he had to go back about 10 different parts of his ancestry until he got to King David, who was his great, all these greats grandpa. So he didn't follow the directions or the example of his father, the wicked king. He followed the instructions and the directions and the example of a godly individual. Josiah was not able to change his upbringing. Josiah was not able to change his family. Josiah was not able to change his past. But Josiah was able to change his future. I want to speak to people today that maybe you come from a situation where your family's past is not very good. You come from a situation where maybe nobody is serving Jesus in your family whatsoever, and you're the only one serving him now. And our culture would say that you're just going to be programmed to follow the example of what was set for you and how you grew up. And I want you to know that God's greater than your past. And God is greater than your upbringing. And God is greater than some bad example that was set for you years ago. God's greater than all that. You can't change your past. But Josiah, even at a young age, made the choice, made the decision to not make excuses in order to make some bad decisions and to live a bad lifestyle. Josiah made the decision that he was going to choose his example, a good example, and follow that example and not turn to the left or to the right, but go on the path that God wanted him to go in. You are not doomed to repeat history. I don't care what anybody says. God is greater than the generations before you. God is greater than the mistakes that your family made. God is greater than the mistakes that you've made in the past. So you can't change the past, and you can't change maybe how you were brought up, but you can change the future. And if you'll embrace that, you can do some great things for God. I truly believe that. So I hope you take that with you today. God bless you. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. We love you. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.